Hi, this is Dion Watts from Watts Jiu-Jitsu and Muay Thai in Simi Valley, California. I'm going to do a review and show you how I tape my fingers. Alright, this is a review on the War tape. I love this stuff. This one's all ripped up, so it probably looks a little different than if there's a full roll. I split it up. It seems to be a lot more economical if you get a fat roll and just peel your own little strips off. It tears real easily. Which is why I like it. These are just some various companies. This stuff sucks for taping your fingers. It never stays on. I don't even know how it ended up in the school. But this is, I went to buy some War tape, and this is what I ended up coming home with instead the first time. This stuff is good. It's hard to rip. I don't even know who makes this. It's hard to rip, and it's really sticky, so when you're taking it off your fingers, you feel like you're peeling your skin off, and your fingers will get real sensitive. So that's why I don't like this. I keep it out for people because it doesn't cost me much money. It's just generic tape. I mean, it's like a cloth tape. But anyways, back to the War tape. The War tape, it's like a cloth, but it's just easy to tear, easy to put on, easy to take off. It holds. Now my fingers, just to show you how I tape them. I have a lot of finger issues, unfortunately. I've been grappling for 18 years. And I was also in construction for a long time, pulling wrenches. I think the combination just kind of wore my joints out a little bit. They're fine when I tape them up, and you know, they just get a little sore at night, but that's just, you know, that's the price I pay for the game I love. So I'm going to show you how I tape them up. Without them, what happens is when people pull on my fingers, they're just extra sensitive because I think the joints are a little loose. They seem kind of fine now, but there are just times where while I'm passing the guard or doing something, if my finger gets caught in something, it will really hurt later. I have dislocated a little bit of these joints in the past, and my fingers don't go quite straight anymore. So ever since these two fingers, ever since I taped my fingers, I haven't had any real issues. So I tape them all the time, no matter what. I don't care. Everybody asks about it, but it's just how I like it. I have done the buddy tape where you tape them together. I recommend that if you like that and feel comfortable. I just don't feel that comfortable that way, so I only buddy tape them if I injure something until it gets better. But this is more preventative. All my fingers are taped, that's how I do it. But I'm going to show you. I left one finger open so I can show you. I take the tape, I make little strips. I guess they're about maybe 3/8, quarter inch, 3/8, maybe up to 1/2 inch. You can kind of tell with that, whatever you think that measurement might be. I think it's about 3/8. I grab it, go about arm's length for me, about to my shoulder, rip it off. This stuff tears real nice, like I said. Okay, now my finger. I like to start on the bottom, put it here, wrap it around one time, come around the second time. The second time, I go X up on the inside of my finger to about the middle of the two joints, wrap around here, come around again, and go down. So I'm making that first X. Okay? Backside, there won't be any X. Okay? Come back around, do a full time, and then come back up and just basically trace your footsteps. Come over, come around. Don't go too tight. Once in a while I go too tight. Okay? But just snug enough. Come back down. And this way it ends on the bottom. The reason why I like to know where I end, and that's why I have the whole length, is because when it comes time to unpeel it and you can't find it, and at the end of the day you want to be able to find it, at least you kind of know what area you left off at. If you always end them wherever the tape ends, like in the middle or something, you won't remember that. Right now you can see it, but as I grapple, you won't, like these other fingers, you can't necessarily tell. The tape gets all kind of worn out from grappling. So that's how I do it, and then as I bend my finger, it feels like it's tightening up the joint. You know, I can't bend my fingers great all the way, but eventually as I grapple, 10 minutes or so, this will break down a little bit and it'll be a little tighter. But even still, you know, I mean, that's probably the best I have on my grip and stuff. You know, like I said, price of jiu-jitsu. So, anyways, I liked it. I tape all my fingers. I would say if you have one or two fingers, it's a big problem. If you wanted to do a little buddy taping, let me get my tape. I dropped it. If you've injured like one of your fingers, you know, you just take a little extra tape in the end. You can tape it this way or tape it separate. And then you're just going to make between the joints. It's kind of hard to get a pinky because it's shorter, but just tilt it a little bit. Go around. What I like to actually do is go around one finger first, whether I had tape on these fingers or not. And then after I go the one finger, I join it to the second finger and then do both of them. And then I'll rip it off after a couple wraps, and then I'll do the same thing lower. I'll just go around both fingers. Okay? Of course, I have more tape than that. If you do that, then you have one finger supported by the other while it's healing. All right? Or some people grapple that way all the time. I just feel a little awkward when I do that. All right? I hope that helps somebody. Thank you.